Hi, this is Rob O'Byrne, founder of Supply Chain Leaders Academy and Supply Chain Leaders Boardroom. And I'm here with Simon Bowen, who's partnering with us on our Supply Chain Leaders Boardroom program because he's been a coach to senior executives and CEOs in particular for decades with some outstanding results. And we really want to bring that expertise to bear with it in our boardroom environment. So, Simon, we were talking earlier about systems. And a particular challenge or an issue that I see in a lot of organisations, and particularly in the supply chain, is that systems are seen as the answer for all kinds of problems. And I've seen major organisations where not only are they trying to maybe implement a new ERP system, but they're trying to implement new warehouse management systems and inventory management systems and replenishment systems, and sometimes all of these things are going on in parallel, and it falls in a heap. And I suppose my question to you is, given your experience of working with senior execs, why is it so many of these major IT programs go off the rails, and what do you think the issue is?
Well, firstly, I agree with you. I think one of the big issues is that people, there's this pattern of thinking that people slip into, that if we just buy the right system, it'll solve all our problems. And there's never the one right system. So if we go back to some of Eli Goldrat's principles around the theory of constraints, every system will always have a major point of constraint. And as you improve and free up that major point of constraint, the next point of constraint becomes evident. Interestingly, it will always be people that improve or free up the point of constraint. So it's people that make systems work if they use them, and it's people that improve systems as well. So systems are only used by people if they're usable. It's in the DNA of the human consciousness to take the path of least resistance. And so we've got this conflict of thinking where there's this pattern of thought that systems will solve all our problems, and this human DNA that says if the system is not the path of least resistance, I'm just not going to use it. And I'll speak like I am, but I'm not going to use it. So, you know, systems give us leverage through multiplication. We can do a lot of things cheaply through systems, but people give us leverage through magnification. We can make bigger things happen through creativity and real engagement. One of the
dangers with systems is that things go wrong quicker in greater volume.
And they magnify quite substantially. And it's hard for systems to be creative. And it's very hard for systems to respond to, automated systems to respond to unpredictable events and occurrences. So I think one of the dangers in the system space is seeing it as the solution to everything, as opposed to seeing it as a means of leverage, but they will ultimately have to keep evolving and changing. And they become the habit of the organisation.
So look, the obvious question is, what makes a really good systems implementation then?
There's two schools of thought about how you go about systems implementation. One is that you say, this is the system, everyone has to shift behaviour to adopt or meet the requirements of that system. That can be made to work if you can absolutely monitor real time the behaviour of the people in the system in the same way that you would have to if you're house training a puppy or something like that. You have to be there. Right there, Johnny on the spot, and no organisation today has the capacity for that kind of monitoring of behaviour. So the alternative is that we design the system based on path of least resistance, go and find positive variance. So where are we seeing this work being deployed with the greatest success, either inside or outside of our organisation, and find the positive variance that's causing that, and what do their systems look like? The simpler the system, the better. The more visual the system, the better. One of the problems with technology is the systems have become invisible. You know, the best food preparation system in a large commercial kitchen is pictures on the wall of what should be on the plates at different points. But the moment it goes inside a computer and you have a thing, you get mistakes. So the more simple and visible it can be, the more powerful, but that's almost an organic process. So the two schools did implement and monitor the behaviour. You've got to have have the discipline
So
to be able
yes.
to do that.
So that there's going to be some good techniques and tools and templates for helping
Right.
through these implementations.
Yes, absolutely.
And,
Yeah, look,
and I know you've got them.
well, yeah, look, a really quick tool, you know that old argument,
Yeah.
do you design the system as it is now,
Yep.
or as it ought to be?
Mm.
It's good to know what's running right now, right?
Yep.
So, often people say, well,
Mm.
what's happening right now? I suggest to managers, get an evidence file.
Mm.
What is that?
Mm.
Get a middle of folder, pick one person that operates in the system,
Mm.
and ask them to put evidence in that folder for every key thing that occurs. Now, whether that's a printout of a screen dump,
Yeah.
or it's a copy of a form,
Yeah.
or a photo of something that's happened,
Mm.
and if there's no physical evidence, get them to write a note
Yeah.
and put it in the folder in chronological order.
Mm.
It's an evidence folder,
Yeah.
and you're actually capturing the system
Mm.
based on evidence, which is quite different to getting people in a room saying,
Yeah.
let's map this thing.
Sure.
What an enormous amount of information just at the start to say, well, that's at least what's happening.
Yeah.
A really quick, simple little
Mm.
tool, enormously
Yeah.
powerful. There's dozens of tools like that.
And I know you've got them all, and that's why we're partnering at Supply Chain Leaders Boardroom,
Absolutely.
because we'd love to share them with you. So if systems are a problem for you, along with a range of other issues in supply chain for senior executives, you might want to come along and join us at Supply Chain Leaders Boardroom, and we'll put details below this video.